so that you feel more at ease and you're more in a home instead of being in a really clinical environment. We also have movie glasses so patients can watch those, and so it's a nice distraction so they're not listening to the drill or scraping noises, and they have something to watch, and it also protects their eyes from things flying at them. A lot of emotions come out in the dental chair because patients tend to have anxiety. A lot of people will either laugh uncontrollably or they might cry, but I would probably say the worst is when people become mean in the chair. We talk to patients and we find out what their fears are, what their chief complaints are, and if they've had any bad previous experiences. And we try to allay those fears. We're going to check you for oral cancer.
What's
so
that?
Go ahead and open. It's cancer that's in your oral cavity in your mouth.
Wait, I have cancer? Wait, I have cancer? Wait, I have cancer?
No, we're checking.
No.
Don't you remember this light? We check you each time you come in.
Oh.
Look at his mouth.
I don't see no black spots. No black spots. No black spots. She ain't have no cancer.
I chose to open my own practice from scratch. There's a lot of options where people can become associates of existing dentists who are about to retire and kind of take that practice over, or you could start up your own office, which is what I chose to do. Create a business plan that you're gonna present to the bank, and you have to determine how much of a loan you're gonna need for a startup. So you're gonna need money for working capital for when you have patients, but you're not making enough to pay the rent. And so you'll also need to factor in build out expenses if you're going to build a new office. The first 2 years you're going to be doing classes, so it's a lot of didactics and you're doing a lot of reading and a lot of memorization. It's like memorizing the phone book. And then you start working on patients your 3rd and 4th years. And then you have to supplement every year with continuing education hours just so that you're current with all the new technology. And if you want to specialize, as in going into oral surgery or orthodontics, periodontics, then that's another 2 to 3 years based on which specialty you choose. In college, you can choose things that you actually really would like to learn about. You could even be an English major, but getting your biology and chemistry, organic, all that stuff, those are prerequisites for dental school anyways. And it'll help you out to get ahead for when you start dental school. The hardest part was initially working with my hands because there's a lot of fine detail that's involved, and so the shock to me was fine detail. So they would give you a block of wax or a block of chalk and a Bowie knife, and you would have to carve a tooth out of chalk or wax, and that would be your grade. And so I had cuts all over my hands because I didn't know how to use this knife to carve things. You're always going to be busy as long as you treat your patients well. I'll get you fitted for a mouth guard just to protect your teeth.
Alright.
It looks like he has rabies.
I wear a mouth guard for all of my sports except baseball and basketball.
Why is his mouth foaming?
I'm fine with it in basketball because I want to go I want to do the Curry thing.
Like have it hanging out of your mouth halfway?
He has rabies.
You floss?
Yeah.
Oh, super! You're a model patient.
He doesn't though. I don't think she flosses.
Dentistry constantly makes new advances every year, and this is how you can actually make your own crown within an hour or two. So what we'll do is we'll use CAD/CAM technology we'll prep the tooth, take a photo of it, and then wirelessly send it to the milling unit so that we'll actually make your crown, and then you can put it in the patient's mouth the same day.
It's called the Cavitron. It can help flush out and irrigate the bacteria underneath the gum. Instead of just scraping it off, this actually helps flush it out. Same instrument, but water comes out of it, for example.
One of my favorite things to do is do veneers. And the reason why we do that is because we say we change lives daily. Because somebody can come in and have low self-esteem because they don't like their smile, or they have discolorations or chipped teeth, and so they've always just wanted a nice looking smile. And so we can create that for patients through veneers or different cosmetic procedures like bonding. And I've never had a patient ever regret it, and the only regret they've ever had is that they didn't do it sooner.
You want to be a dentist when you grow up?
No!